And so we're going to wrap it up with one more question from Lester to our. Any songs to recommend singing for practice, vocal fry and false chord? You have a favorite song you like to work these on?
um, so I'm really weird and I tend to gravitate towards like Judas Priest painkiller type stuff. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend what I practice on to other people. As a good rule of thumb, I would say for false chord stuff, Arch Enemy is a good starting point because, especially the older stuff, because Angela Gosso leaves nice gaps between each phrase, which is very, very helpful for a beginner and can just get you out of the oh my god panic breathe thing, which is very, very common in distortions. And for vocal fry, I would probably gravitate towards In This Moment. Something by In This Moment, not only because her vocals are mixed like pop vocals, so it's more in the front of the mix and audible, whereas traditionally metal vocals and the guitar is in the front. So you can't hear the vocalist as well. Um, but you can hear her really well. And literally, if you just spend time parodying, always parody, always make fun, it's always a great way to get the body to find new coordinations in a faster way. Parody her clean singing. The way she sings clean, she is ready to fry. So if you just get that clean singing right, your fry's gonna follow. So yeah, that.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's really wonderful. For me personally, when I was learning these things, and like I said, I was very timid in the beginning. I desperately wanted to do it, but I was timid about it because I've been working my beautiful clean singing for decades, right? And doing a lot of clean rock singing, which definitely helped. But it was just finding a song that helped me click. Trying out some different things like I love rock and roll. Just it just clicks. I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. I love. It just I can kind of click in there and go different directions. I'm like, oh, that's interesting, And then I liked Soulfly, because I think that's my favorite sound is the ooh, ooh. That's my favorite fun sound, right? This is a prophecy, and just playing around with that. But I just found some things I liked and that I could imitate easily. And then from there, then I just start stretching that, But you got some very smart recommendations from Aliki, because these singers can set you up already on the right path, and I think that's really important to consider when you're working with the effects. Um, Usually, when a client comes and wants to work on effects, we end up working on their clean singing in the beginning much more than we work on the effects, and then they're always amazed at how much better their effects get. What's your experience, Eliki?
Always, always, always. Your distortion is literally just distorting your clean singing underneath. So whatever's happening with your clean singing will affect and define the sound. And distortions have a tendency to not only distort the sound, but they also magnify what's happening underneath. So if it
Mm.
goes wrong, it goes mega wrong. And if it goes right, it goes really right. So it's a little bit of a fun ride. But yeah, the reason that I usually don't recommend songs in general is just because, like, even in the context of a singing lesson, student comes in, it's always the same. It's send me 5 to 10 songs that you love, that you are happy to hear 1,000 bajillion times and you can't get enough of them. That's your practice material. And we'll build it up so you can practice on those songs. Pick something that you desperately want, something that you love. Something that you're like, I sound terrible. I don't care. I still want this so much. I'm still going to keep trying. That.
Yeah, I love that. It's because it that helps you identify with what you love about music and what you want to sing, and that'll help you with your emotional connection, and it will help you with so many things. Also, subconsciously, you've heard it so many times, your brain already knows how to produce that sound. You just got to get the conscious self out of the way. There was something extremely brilliant that I wanted to share, and now it's slipped my mind. No, just talking about coaching. Well, let me just tell you personally, it's been so much fun. Is there anything you'd like to say to wrap it up on your side?
Yay! Vocal distortions are freaking awesome. You hear them in absolutely every genre of planet Earth. I mean, apart from, like football commentators and rugby commentators and generally sports commentators who are probably doing the most distortions on planet Earth in the space of an hour. But still, you hear them constantly, and they won't do anything bad to your voice. They won't ruin your singing voice, my goodness. If anything, they'll make everything better if they're done well. So that, yay!
Thank you so much, Aliki. So let's give some love to Aliki in the chat and virtual applause. I have my virtual applause background. Here you go. Woo! I want to just affirm what Aliki said. It might sound very strange, but before COVID, I was actually singing an opera, and I part of my warm up was to do some distortion, some growling and grunting, because it relaxes up everything so much. And when I go to the operatic sound, and it would just be a little bit looser, bigger. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to say, because we touched on this and you spoke about it in the fry, how to increase your volume, and you talked about relaxation. This is a trick, something about volume, not you won't hear very often, but the key to volume is relaxation. It's crazy. I'm telling you, in every style of singing, it doesn't matter if you have enough relaxation, it boosts. It boosts your harmonics, your resonance. It's just how we are made. The more tight you get, just like Aliki demonstrated, the volume level starts going down. And the more loose and emotion things are, so let's just leave that with you. Singing is an activity that must always stay in motion.